Hey, what up, guys? The Axter3 here, bringing you Mola Jack 2, episode 40. Getting chased by this big ass bug. Yeah, sorry I haven't been talking about the gameplay at all these past few episodes, but E3, man. E3. E3, man. So, can continue on with EA. EA's press conference just finished off the sports. Next big thing, boom, Mirror's Edge Catalyst. That's right, the new Mirror's Edge game. It's not Mirror's Edge 2. It is not. Even though I think they showed that off last year. I think it said Mirror's Edge 2. I can't remember what they said last year, but last year they showed a little teaser, but now they actually have gameplay. They show a full new trailer, and it's announced it's built on the latest Frostbite engine. It's going to come out February 23rd, 2016. They describe the gameplay as there's like no levels or loading screens. It's kind of like completely, truly free roaming. So kind of like pretty much what we always wanted, like a free roaming game. So kind of depends. So it's kind of interesting to see what it's gonna be like. They showed a little gameplay off where she took down some guys and stuff. You play as Faithy. Good old Faithy. But it's the reason it's not 2 is because it's kind of like an origin story. So like when I first looked, I know she was younger, so it's kind of like an origin story of how Faith probably came into this whole line of what she was doing, and so kind of interesting to see that. So it looks a lot of fun, and looking forward to it. Hype is real. It's bad we have to wait until February though. It's gonna be quite a long time for that. Like 8 months. Our next big thing, Star Wars Battlefront finally gets a gameplay footage and a new trailer, and it looks fucking amazing. It looks great. So they showed off a few things. I think they showed off the gameplay trailer, where they showed off a Battle of Hoth. So the character was going around first person at first, shooting guys and like walking along the AT-AT walkers and stuff, and then you can switch out at any time, looks like, from first person to third person. So it's pretty great. So third person again for all those classic players, and first person to cater all the new casuals, all the new Battlefront casuals, and looks a lot great. It's going around shooting things, and the gameplay looked really smooth and fun, and at the very end, they showed off. Your like guy turns around and it's like boom, Darth Vader in your face, and then like Luke Skywalker spawns, and then they like he sees Darth Vader, like runs at him and he's about to attack him. It's like and it ends. It's pretty epic. That was during EA's, and it looks really great so far. A lot of people are hating the game. I'm still gonna buy it. It's gonna look hella fun to play. Right at the beginning of EA, actually, this was the first thing they showed off, but on my notes it's later. New Mass Effect was officially announced with a little cinematic trailer, but that was it. No gameplay, no nothing. It was like right at the beginning, little teaser, bam, moved on. So it's like Mass Effect and Adorama, so not sure what that. Not sure if that's actually technically a Mass Effect 4, like the next series, or what it's going to be, but like maybe a side thing. Oops, oh, sorry, that's my phone. Ignore that. But yeah, so new Mass Effect. I know a lot of Mass Effect fans are pretty happy about that. I am one of them. And so there's a new game, there's an indie game they show off called Unravel, where you play as this like little red, like little dude made of yarn, like a little red yarn. And you kind of play, and like you do like mechanics with the yarn where you like you might use your yarn to like hop across a bridge. It's kind of like a 2D sort of thing. It looked kind of fun. A lot of people said it was a lot of fun when they played it. So it's like a physics-based puzzle platformer game. So it looks a lot of fun. Cute, fun little indie game. Last but not least, very exciting. Not actually. There's a new mobile clickable card game for Star Wars coming out, called Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. So kind of like what Elder Scrolls doing with their kind of card game. That's what Star Wars is doing one too. So yeah, a lot of fun. Who cares? Moving on. Ubisoft. Okay. God, there's so many stuff to talk about. So, first thing I have is the Crew. Crew gets this brand new expansion. Who cares, right? Called Wild Run, which was going to be like a lot of this off-road kind of play. Looked kind of interesting, but I don't know. I still play through my game. I have the Crew for PS4, and I still have not played it yet. Just because of how bad I heard of what the game was. Or, like, it was okay, but it was like nothing revolutionary at all when they first showed off the game way back, like years ago, which makes me sad. So sad. So very, very sad. I remember when I first showed off that game, I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago, and like everyone was like super hyped. They're like, "Oh yeah, the Crew looks so awesome!" And it came out, and everyone's like, "What's this?" Like it was like nothing from what they showed, or because it was like the cool thing where like you could. I mean, it's still kind of cool, but it's nothing like it's not an amazing game. The story is like super lacking, which I didn't really expect for it to work. Anyways, it's more of kind of like a open worldness when they showed it off that really seemed to matter. Story I didn't really care too much. I think that's a lot of people pissed off about it too. But anyways, moving on. Yeah. So there's this trailer afterwards where I showed this like, oh, what was it again? It's like a cat riding a unicorn, like with guns and stuff. I was like, what the hell's going on? Everyone was like confused as fuck. Everyone's like, what? Let's go search up this trailer for it's a new Trials Fusion DLC. It's called Awesome Level Max. It's coming out in July. The trailer is just full of what? So go search up that. Just search it. That's all I say. Just search it up. Oh god, new Just Dance again. Who cares? But it's gonna be one thing they added is it's gonna have a subscription streaming service. So I guess maybe you could use that and then play like infinite all your songs or whatever. I don't know how it's gonna work. Who cares? Oh, huge thing though, Division. They showed off some gameplay for that. They showed off the player called Black, the Dark Zone, where they described as it's kind of like an area where it's really good loot but very dangerous. You can get killed pretty easily and stuff. So like, what happens is like you enter the Dark Zone and you like lose your maps and stuff, and then you'll like find other people and other players in there, and there's like really good loot. But you can't it's like really, really great loot, and you pick it up, but you can't use it right. You have to like extract it basically. Like you can't just leave the area. You have to because it's like contaminated, so you have to get like uncontaminated. So you have to go to like an open area. There's like certain spots in the Dark Zone where you have to go. Then you call in like a extraction point, and then in that time, because it kind of alerts everybody in the area, so people could come and kill you for your weapons you got. So I could see that like becoming a little hectic and crazy, and a lot of people going pissed and crazy because they're like, oh my god, I just have this great weapon now, someone killed me for it. Them bitches. So there's probably gonna be a lot of that. But it looked pretty fun. The gameplay looked really smooth. Still really hard for that. And like the guys that like called in the extraction, they put like the guns on it and then like took the gun stuff away. But then I'm not sure how you can. I think he could use it right away. I'm not sure though, but he picked up some legendary assault rifle or something. And they're fighting some other PvP guys and like they wrecked them. But they show off like kind of the classes too. Like the main guy was like a healer class, he had like a healing grenade. Somebody had like a turret. The other person had like other grenade stuff. Yeah, super hype still. Coming out March 8th. So they have a release date March 8th. I think I said that before in Microsoft's, but yeah, that's where they announced it at least. So then they also showed off new Rainbow Six Siege, the new cinematic trailer, showcasing story details about that. Interesting. They showed off the new Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Obviously, that was going to be something that got announced way before E3. And they got another cinematic trailer, no gameplay, but it's like in the Victorian area action, like that steampunk type thing. And he plays a guy, or he plays this girl called Evie Frey. So yeah, I guess a lot of people were pissed off that there was no girl assassination unity, and then they described it as something saying like it's hard to program female assassinations or something, and like everyone got pissed or something. So yeah. Oh yeah, right at the beginning too, they showed off new South Park game. It's called The Fractured Butthole, but it's like fractured BUTHWHOLE, like hole. And it's pretty funny, and like the South Park guys came up and like, so it's gonna be a complete sequel to Stick of Truth, and they said they weren't sure they were going to make the game first, but because of Stick of Truth and how great it was received, that they decided to make the second one. So they said like, okay, I guess we have to make a new one, second one, because the first one was like so amazing. Alright, so this is a really awesome kind of game called For Honor. So it's kind of like Chivalry in a way, except basically if it was made like a made into a AAA title. It's kind of like the medieval sword fighting game, but like all the animations look really smooth compared to like Chivalry, which was just indie basically. And it was a pretty long cinematic trailer. And it's like extremely violent, where you can like cut off arms and heads, and there's different races of warriors you can do. Like you can be Knight, Viking, a Samurai, and some other stuff. And they show off one game battle, which was like 4v4, and they like killed other people, and then this guy ran into another guy, like 1v1, and they 1v1. The other guy was a samurai, and the guy like did all these crazy things, and it looked pretty fun. Again, kind of like Chivalry, but maybe like a better like a AAA title type game of that game. It's probably more serious too. Like there's not gonna be no noises and stuff. They showed off the new city building game, Anno 2205. So I never played that game series, but yeah, so it's kind of like it looked interesting because it takes basically it's a city game plane, but it's gonna be, you can also do it in the solar system, like on the moon and stuff. And you can go to like other places of outside in space. So again, if you're into that. One thing to coat off, Trackmania. Turbo is coming to PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, and is playable in VR. So Turbo Mania, if you don't know what that is, or Trackmania, that's a really insane racing game where like you've probably seen a couple videos on it without knowing what game it was, but it's like these are like really crazy, like gravity basically does not exist. Like you ride up walls and you do with like these crazy ass flips, and I never played it myself, but it looks like a really fun racing game. Just for like kind of the crazy, like it's a crazy arcadey type racing game. That's pretty much what it is. So then they talked about Ghost Recon. So brand new Ghost Recon game, Wildlands is called. And it was apparently they showed off the trailer. It was a really nice looking trailer, really cool. It's going to be some sort of like massive open world type shooter. Focuses on player choice. That's what they said. So I'm not sure exactly how that's going to work out. They didn't really say too much. And yeah, the trailer though looked really awesome. Like it was a really, really nice trailer. One of the best trailers, I think. And yeah, so yeah, new Tom Clancy game is a shooter type thing, and we'll see, I guess, more on that, how that goes. Not exactly what the gameplay is gonna be like. So they're talking more about it too, like basically you can transfer, like a transverse by like sea, land, air, all kinds of vehicles. Someone showing the trailer is helicopters, so it's gonna be some sort of really open world type. I'm not sure how that's gonna work exactly, but we'll see. And it's gonna be apparently a totally non-linear game. There is no script at all. So maybe there is not gonna be zero story, but maybe I don't know what's gonna be like. Guess we'll see. And you can play with play alone or co-op with 3 other people, so you can just hang out with 4 other people, which is really awesome. But again, I guess we'll see what's gonna be like. This open world type, no story or no script, at least non-linear game. So maybe you can do stuff in different areas of the game, or who knows. Just to find out more about it. And then moving on to Sony. So that was all of Ubisoft's. There was jokes going around like, "Oh, that was a great Tom Clancy conference," because they were talking about 3 Tom Clancy games: Tom Clancy Division, Tom Clancy the Rainbow Six, and Tom Clancy Ghost Recon. God, there's so many notifications. I apologize. I do apologize. So again, Sony. Here's the big one. This is probably taking, yeah. So I'm trying to hurry up this as fast as I can without taking up too much time. Basically, Sony began the press conference with the game everyone's been fucking waiting for. Everyone's been waiting for this fucking game for like 6 years or 7 years or something. The Last Guardian. That's right. Boom. It's finally here, boys. It's here, boys. It's a thing, boys. It's not been cancelled. There's a lot of speculations. That game's been fucking around the fucking block 20,000 times. No one was sure if it was getting made. I mean, it was probably getting made, but I think something happened to it. I think some studio dropped it, or whoever was making it said this is not going to work, or they couldn't get it to work how they wanted to. So, like, the game was, like, up in airs, like, 1,000 times, probably. But yeah, it's finally coming, boys. It's finally coming. And it looks great. So they showed off little, like, trailer. And it's being directed by Fumito Ueda. And it'll be released in 2016, they said. They didn't say when or anything, no dates. And it was a nice little trailer, gameplay trailer, where you play as like a little boy dude and like this big dog type thing. I'm not sure what it is, but like it helps you cross like you go across like this little bridge, and the dog helps you across and saves your life from like falling, and you help it and it helps you basically. You just kind of transverse around like this kind of wooden bridge, and the gameplay looked really smooth and nice, and it's one of those games. So again, if you didn't like Shadow of the Colossus or Ico, then this is probably not your game. But everyone, like, I played Shadow of the Colossus a long time ago, and I love that game, and I still have it. I have the HD collection, but I haven't played it yet. Now I want to play through Ico too, and all that good stuff. So yeah, pretty hyped out for Last Guardian. And we'll probably end the video here, and we'll talk more about Sony next episode. And yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. As you saw in the gameplay, we lost a precursor stone, and yeah, it's no good. See you next time. Bye bye.